Hey everyone, Froe here for another vanilla-ish Let's Play episode. Thank you for joining me, I really appreciate it. I wish we could get a name tag, but by the time we go to get a name tag and keep this guy around, he'll probably have despawned. So I wanted to start this episode off with finishing up a little bit of our bedroom together. And what I mean by that is we need to clean our inventory up first. There's a couple little... Oh, hi! What are you doing over here, Spud? Did you attack my dog? Oh, you monster. Why would you do that? I mean, come on. That was really rude. Now you're not even going to attack me? What's up, dude? Oh, okay. So we need to clean up our inventory and then grab some item frames. And then I want to show you some of the redstone functionality I've installed into our closet down in our bedroom. By the way, thank you for the feedback. We're going to change that out to brick like you guys said in just a second here. Where are my item frames? Uh-oh, I need to craft some. And it's always easier to just craft a whole bunch at once instead of like exactly what you need. Let's grab some armor as well. And some totems. And the armor's for the item frames. Alright, let's go check out our bedroom. Plop on in here. Still gotta fix the 2x1 ceiling there so that it closes during the day and opens at night. That's a little project. And this is what I've been working on just for a little bit here. Actually, I just remembered we need to grab some food. Uh-oh, we're almost out. Okay, so first of all, we gotta place some item frames here. Just like that. And then let's throw in some armor. So it doesn't really matter. We'll just put boots over there, pants, chest plate, and helmet. Doesn't really matter those orders, but this next one does matter. We need to have totems right there. And the reason why is we have a little chest here so that we can fill this up with extra totems of undying. Since since we can have a whole bunch of those, it doesn't really matter what we have versus like the armor. We probably only need like 3 or 4 sets at a time. And then down here we'll have our sword. And here's the cool thing. If we throw food here into that barrel and food into here and then stand on the pressure plate, we're going to pick it up. Which is really cool. But if you notice, the dispensers don't turn off right away. Right? If you stand on this and then you backtrack a little bit, the clock stays on for a little bit. So what I did was designed a super simple clock, or not clock, water stream system. So the dispenser that we're talking about is right there. That's where dropper. That's where the steak is. And it gets dispensed or gets dropped into a water stream. And we can pick that up through the corner of a block, which is why that works. But if we don't pick them up, then it floats up a little bit and to the left here into the hoppers and then back into the dropper. So super simple, but that way we don't lose anything. Next step is to grab some potions of invisibility. We only have 1 left. That's it. I did use a lot to decorate this room. By the way, we're going to change that out with brick in just a second. And I also got a lot of feedback about using armor stands. Those are tricky. I got to practice that a little bit. But you can do like insane customization with that. So I'm going to try to work on that throughout the Let's Play here. Let's give this a splash, see how many we can get. 1, 2, okay. Well, that's fine. This is kind of the finished, relatively finished product of what it's going to look like. And then over here, we're going to have like pickaxes, axes, and spade or shovel. And I don't remember what else we were going to have here. Maybe rockets and an elytra. I'm going to make it so that if we spit out an elytra, then it's going to spit off like a stack of rockets at the same time, and no matter what. So it's a little bit more quality of life. I wanted to clarify one other thing. The reason why we have a chest for the totems but nothing else is because the armor is a little bit harder to create like more than 9 sets of, but we have like chests fulls of totems of undying. And the whole point of a totem is just to prevent you from dying. Any extra little attributes they have are just a nice cherry on top. So we can just stock this up with any random totem. It doesn't matter because, you know, it'll serve its purpose. And last episode I asked if we should replace this with, or sorry, if we should replace that with brick or not, or rather which background is better. And by far and large, you guys said the brick was the best, so we're going to switch that out. Thank you for the feedback, I really appreciate that. And this episode, I'm going to try to lay a couple more items to rest in our catacombs. And, oh, I fall down. And kind of finish up the bedroom here. And that's all I have on the agenda right now, but I'm sure I'll kind of think of some other stuff. Maybe a boss fight or two. Oh, wait, yeah, that's right. There's a data pack I wanted to try that makes it so that mobs will spawn with armor that has better enchantments than you can get in vanilla. So, for example, like protection 7 or 8. And so if you kill those mobs and you get lucky enough to get their drops, then, you know, that's a pretty cool way to get unique loot. So I'm going to install that data pack and go caving this episode too. Yeah, the brick looks a ton better. And I wanted to work on this next part together. So I'm thinking we're going to have a barrel there and there. And then under each of these barrels is going to be some hoppers that feed into some droppers. And in the middle here, where I'm standing right now, we're going to put a water column. So let's see, where's my soul sand? We need to go down 1, 2, 3, 4. Probably 4 blocks would be fine. So I'll have the water there. And then we need to have 4 droppers on each side. And then have droppers or hoppers just feed into here. That's how we're going to keep everything stocked up. It's not going to be the prettiest. Like it's going to require us to front load the system with a ton of fireworks at first. But after that, it should run pretty well for quite a while. And basically the way we're going to do this is if you press the elytra button, which maybe will be, I don't know, like that left one there, then it's going to send a signal to all 4 or all 8 of these droppers, a total of maybe 4 times, so that you get 4 times 4 times 2. So that'd be 32 fireworks, which is a pretty good start, so that like if you're in a rush, you can just press one button, stand here, you'll get all of the fireworks you need as well as your elytra, and come over here, re-gear, and then be on your merry way. And you can get as much food as you want from the system, totem of undyings, tools if you need them. This is an awesome setup. The only thing is I don't know what to do this dropper for. Maybe ender chests? Maybe wood? I don't know. Alright, every dropper on the left here has 2 barrels inside of it. Press the button and both of them get dispensed. Just like that. And here's how we build that. It's a pretty simple system. So first of all, this redstone line is powered by that button. And so the button turns on and then off, and that causes the observer to activate twice. That's why this works. We need to put a block there. And replace this with an observer, like this. And then, oh no, we're trapped. Yeah. Right here, we got to put some redstone and redstone. So now that's going to power on and off from the button, and the observer is going to see that. This is going to feed into another observer, but before it does that, we're going to feed it into some redstone, which we will feed into this top dropper with a repeater, powering these 2 droppers, and then we're going to rinse and repeat down here, powering the bottom 2. And then now all we have to do is fill up the barrels with rockets and then finish the water stream, and this little portion of the closet space, I guess, is done. Alright, so I've been receiving some comments saying that I've been uploading a lot more frequently, and you guys are definitely spot on there. I've been making it a goal of mine this 2021 year to upload a little bit more often and be more ambitious in that regard. But then also on top of that, I just have a lot more, I shouldn't say a lot more free time. I've had a little bit more free time that I've been taking advantage of as well. So that's been helpful. Like for example, we have President's Day weekend here where I live. So I get, a little bit of a break overall, which is kind of nice. I think we actually want to replace this with water too. And then let's test this. Let's just throw a couple items in there. Those will slowly those should fill up the bottom first, right? Yeah. And then we press this and we should be able to pick up the items through the trapdoor there. Yep, there they are. Any idea of how we should decorate this room, by the way? I'm kind of stumped at it, so I'm going to leave that for a later date, but I did get our closet here functional. Right, so we have 35 steak in our inventory. Come stand here. We get, quite a lot to fill up, and then we stop. And remember, we don't lose any steak, even though that keeps running, because it just cycles back through. Actually, let's show you the redstone a little bit. So this dropper right there is going to be filled with steak. It's currently filling up because I just stocked it. And it shoots up into the water stream, and that corner right there is where we stand, so we can pick it up through there. If we're not standing there, then it just flows in this water stream into the 2 hoppers here. I had to have 2 of them. If you only had one, like if you had a wall here instead of open space, then sometimes the steak can float on the water and you lose them. And then back here, the pressure plate is on top of that andesite, so it powers this redstone repeater, which will feed into these bottom droppers from a comparator clock. So that's how the food is dispensed. And then up here, it goes up to a little bit of a tower, and it just feeds into some target blocks up above. And we got our secret chest there for the totems of undying. And then on this side over here, it's pretty simple. Let's put an elytra in there. We have 16 rockets right now. You press the button, you get an elytra, and you get 16 more rockets. So it's a super convenient system in case we die. Right? Like, that's the whole point of this, is so we can emergency get our gear, whatever we need, and it's pretty customizable. All right, so like I said earlier in the episode, we were going to be exploring a data pack. That was not meant to happen. Oh no, I'm stuck. And this data pack is called Better Mob Armor. And what it does is make it so that when mobs who naturally spawn with armor, like that zombie there, when they get that armor, it can get like stronger enchantments than normal. Now, if you notice, the mobs are moving really slow right now, so I'm kind of worried about the data pack's performance. We may not actually be able to play with it, but it also could be just this area, and we only play with the data pack when we go caving, and then otherwise disable it. So we're gonna have to test that a little bit. Let's just see if they drop any good armor or anything. Didn't look like they did this time, but I did manage to get this drop a little bit ago when I was initially testing. And so let's take a look at that. I think it's protection 5 and depth strider 9. So that's insane. Let's see how fast we can swim with that. Is it any faster at all? It doesn't feel really any faster. But the protection 5 is still cool to have. Holy cow, look at all these drowns. Alrighty, so I figured one of the best ways we could explore this data pack is just to go caving together and try to get some of the legendary loot that way. And I guess by legendary loot, I just mean higher enchantments. And I'm pretty sure the way it works is it adds like 2 or 3 more enchantments per an item that mobs spawn with. And then those enchantments can be up to level 10 as well. So that's why we had that protection 5, depth strider 9 or whatever, golden boots. Even though the depth strider didn't seem to make us swim any faster. Or maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. It's hard to tell. But I am excited about the prospect of potentially having higher protection armor and potentially multiple different protection enchantments on the same piece. There's a couple updates ago, like a snapshot, where you could get all of the different forms of protection on armor at the same time. So like fire protection, projectile protection, normal protection, basically everything, all on one piece of armor, and I thought that was really cool. I think you can get that from a drop now with this data pack, which is kind of exciting. The only problem is, of course, mobs will barely ever spawn with armor in new chunks. Kind of have to go to your old chunks or places that you've been so that the local difficulty is higher when you're trying to cave. Because I think it's your local difficulty that increases the chance of mobs having armor or not. Now, this data pack does make it higher probability for mobs to spawn with armor in the first place, so that's good. We got that going for us. And it also makes it so that there's a slightly higher chance that the mobs will actually drop their armor too. Both good things, but still we have to find a mob with armor in the first place. Oh, a dungeon. It's a spider one though. So it is, it's negative 40 degrees now Fahrenheit where I'm at. I remember a couple episodes ago we were saying that it's negative 20. It's gotten even colder. Although 1 week from today it's supposed to be up to 30 degrees for a grand total of a 70-degree difference in a single week, which is just insane. Just for the record, it's so cold out that I was outside the other day without a glove on, and within like 2 minutes my hand was just numb. Like, it's just insanely cold. Don't think it's enchanted armor. But also this data pack will make it so that normal mobs have a slightly higher chance of having leather armor as well. So like if he spawned without, let's take a look. Yeah. Whoa, it is enchanted. Oh, mending 6. Interesting. Let's test that out. So it's got, put that in our offhand actually, so that it's prioritized. So mending 6, 21 durability. 35, holy cow. Okay, so mending 6 probably works. That's amazing. Oh, cool. Also, we got some legendary leather boots a little bit ago. It's a really cool ravine. I'm very excited about the 1.17 update, by the way. They've released a huge snapshot. I'm sure most of you probably have heard about it by now. Where they've added in the new cave generation to some degree and increased the world height and lowered the world height as well, down to negative 64. Both really interesting changes. Ooh, a slime! And we have... Oh, wait, I should put my totem in my offhand. There we go. And we have looting 5, so this is perfect. Anyways, I'm very excited about this new terrain generation. I'm actually really far east of our island right now. So these chunks we're in right now, I'm actually going to prune later on. Everything east of our island will be deleted and regenerated for 1.17, or rather any future update, that is. So that'll prevent our world from getting too big, but we can still explore then without having to worry too much. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on the 1.17 update thus far? I'm honestly most excited for the decorations. Alright, so he's got full leather armor on. Let's see if he drops anything. And the reason why we don't see the enchantments is because of our texture pack for the RPG data pack, by the way. So I'm excited for like all the new decoration options, the candles, the plants, everything. Just there's so many new, the dripstones, the copper rod. There's just so many new items that we're gonna be able to play with. Ooh, leather pants again. Let's see what they are. Oh, okay. So blast protection and protection 3. So normally you can't get that. Still kind of crummy enchantments, but I wonder if we could, since it's already got blast protection and protection on, I wonder if we can add on like a stronger version of each enchantment now. Like blast protection 4 and protection 4. Oh, that's right, we got the axe data pack. No drop. We have that data pack called Deep Mobs, and what it sometimes allows happen is a wither skeleton to spawn down below in the ground. And wither skeletons have the rare chance of spawning blaze boss mobs. So that's why we got a blaze down here, which is kind of cool. A veteran one, kind of a weak one to be honest. I'm trying to get him to fly away from the lava so we can take his gear. Thank you. My thoughts on this data pack are, I love it. It's actually a great addition to our overall world. It doesn't conflict with any existing data packs we have. It just complements it. It makes it so that we have kind of like a whole nother tier now of extra tough or extra rare loot. And we have like 2 different branches. We have like this legendary gear you can get that has great attributes to it. And then we have like the new type of gear you can get that has great enchantments. And they're both mutually exclusive from each other. But both very powerful and add in the sense of rarity and uniqueness. So it's cool. I like this data pack. I would definitely encourage people to try it out as well. With one stipulation, I'm pretty sure it's easy to farm the loot from this data pack with like a mob spawner. Specifically, like just a zombie one would be probably fine. So just be careful in that regard. It's a little bit unbalanced, I guess. But overall, I would give it a great rating. I really enjoy playing with it. Oh, what did we get? Aqua Affinity 7. I don't think that does anything. I'm going to start every episode off from now on with just some statistics to share with you about the world and stuff like that. So this episode, we're going to say maybe time since we last died and total time played, and then maybe like the total number of deaths or something. And I'll just post them as a title, kind of like you can see on screen right now. And we'll just do that at the beginning of every episode. So I don't know, it just makes it a little bit more exciting overall, like if we were to die, so that we have like a streak going on, for example, or something like that. If you have any stats that you want me to share with you on screen, let me know. Whoa, now we haven't seen this in quite a while. I don't even remember what this is. I think our, what is it? Monument to Death number 30, episode 22. Oh, yeah, so we were flying around with Riptide. You know, like when it's raining out, you can fly with the trident. And I splat. Kind of fell from the sky a little bit. Do I have it here anywhere? Or is this just a monument? Oh, I think it's inside of here. Yeah. So Riptide 3. Oh, that's kind of funny. And I think our home is this direction. Yeah. So it's like on the very edge of our island. Let's take a look at the loot we got. Almost a stack of iron blocks, which is awesome. And then more importantly, we got a legendary diamond helmet. We've never gotten one of these yet, so I'm kind of excited about that. Looking at the stats though, it's okay. Got pretty good health bonus and a little bit of a speed. The attack damage will be really good. So this actually will be a pretty good addition to our gear. I want you to notice right now we have legendary iron boots and then the chitin pants again. Those are going to be, so I guess like these 3 pieces of armor on top of our elytra or our netherite chest plate that we have inside of here. I think that'll become like our tank armor for when we're going to be caving or doing boss fighting. And then those pants along with these boots are going to be like normal around the base type of gear because they have speed boosts instead. And then we also got 3 pieces of armor that have cool enchantments on them. Probably the coolest one is the Mending 6. We kind of tested that out, so it works pretty well. Aqua Affinity 7, I don't think that does anything. And the leather pants with protection, blast protection 1 and protection 3. I tried to combine the enchantment and you can't, so we're kind of stuck there. But overall, I really like the idea of this data pack. It adds in like just this overall feeling of like artifacts, because we can't enchant these ourselves. We have to get them from mob drops. And then also we got these legendary boots, which are kind of nice. Yeah, we're going to end the episode there. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. Remember, one of the easiest ways for you to give me feedback is leaving me a like or a dislike. And, a comment would be great as well. You guys have a wonderful day. Stay safe. Eat lots of good food. And stay warm. Like, holy cow, it's negative 40 degrees outside right now. But next week, it's supposed to be nice. So I'm hoping for that. That may mean a little bit less Minecraft time because I'll finally be able to go outside. So I don't know. But other than that, you guys have a nice one. Bye. Have you always been able to do this? It's like I don't know how I'm doing this. I'm like sprint elytraging. Sprint flying. Oh my goodness. Elytraging. My ability to speak is terrible. Cool.